I mean, how can you go wrong being next to Windsor Castle? Surely you're not seeing a dip in trade.
Yeah, I'm afraid we all are. There's definitely a lack of sort of everything coming back since COVID over the last couple of years. We're seeing everything from sort of hopefully tourists are coming back now, but it's been a very, very slow build back, but also local businesses and people just out of the habit of coming to the pub. I think a lot of people who would go to the pub for their lunch break just aren't anymore, and we need to get people back in the habit, or stopping in at 5 o'clock when they finish work. People are now just going home, they're used to it, rather than coming out and having a few pints.
Gosh, and is this to do with a lot of people preferring to drink at home, or is booze cheaper to drink at home, or is it just, as you say, just society's kind of lost that communal instinct of all coming together, unless it's a big event? I mean, I think of my little one's christening. We went to the pub after, that's still the kind of central place. Everybody had a little party there, but perhaps it's not the daily routine, as you say.
I think that's completely right. With everything going on in the economy, prices are just going up, and that's, we're having to put our prices up to reflect that. But for everybody's feeling the pinch, and maybe people are going to the pub once a week instead of going, 2 or 3 times, or they're saving it for just with their families rather than going in after work. But unless you have, funny enough, our weekends are doing really well, so people are coming out, but rather than coming out during the week and coming in just for a little bit here and a little bit there, maybe a lunch here or a pint after work there, it's very much sort of saving it to go out for like a big night out. But we need the trade all the time. We need people really supporting us and coming out all the time and during the week. Otherwise, pubs are going to be seeing a massive decline.
But Jess, what do you do? I mean, it's like farmers having to diversify and, putting log cabins on their properties and, finding petting farms and all sorts of things like that. But, do you have to have music? Do you have to have TVs on showing quizzes, football and things? Yeah, what do you have to do?
Definitely. And live music is proving really popular, especially after the last few years where that's something that we haven't been allowed to do. So whenever we do run events like that, it's incredibly popular. But it is interesting, we're seeing very much different habits. And unless you are having events, it's massive. It's a struggle to try and get everybody down. And really, a good traditional pub, there's nothing like it anywhere else in the world. It really is sort of a community hub, as you said. You would go there for a little party after a christening, or even we have people come in for drinks after a wedding, but you'd also go for a few pints, but then you'd take Granny for a Sunday lunch. It's such a pillar of the community, and we need to keep them alive.